Alhamdulillah. You okay? You okay like that? You want to sit up?
No, I'm good.
Are you sure? Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Let's try this before we start, just in case I'm surprised. MashaAllah. Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ما شاء الله. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. الله الله
الله الله الله الله عزيز الله 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 كريم الله 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 سبحان الله الله سلطان
سلطان أنت ربنا ونحن عبادك ضيف أجلس يا أرحم الراحمين. Did you brought your drum with? Can we have a little bit kasida before we start? Need something to break the ice. Praise Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, asking heavenly opening. I saw something, a video, Sheikh Nazim was saying, they asked him about Rabita, something I heard before also. The Grand Sheikhs never said make Rabita to him, make Rabita to Kaaba and to Rauda, the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Imagine yourself when we're doing this, when we're doing the zikr in front of Kaaba, in front of Prophet's Rauda, and all awliya is there. Close on our hearts. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى ال سيدنا محمد وسلم. الله 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 الله
شفيع الورى سلام عليك يا نبي الهدى سلام عليك خاتم الأنبياء سلام عليك سيد الأصفياء سلام عليك علي يا حبيبي يوم الجزاء أنت شفيعنا سلام عليك كشفت منك ظلمات الظلمات أنت بدر الدجى سلام عليك يا شفيع الورى سلام عليك يا نبي الهدى سلام عليك خاتم الأنبياء سلام عليك سيد الأصفياء سلام عليك صلوات الله على المصطفى أفضل الأنبياء سلام عليك هذا قول الغلام يا سيدي منهم يا مصطفى سلام عليك يا شفيع الورى سلام عليك يا نبي الهدى سلام عليك خاتم الأنبياء سلام عليك سيد الأصفياء سلام عليك اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله
اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله. أرحم الراحمين. What was that ayat? Was with you must vanish. Remember it? Let me look it up. 1996. 1696.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ما عندكم ينفد وما عند الله باق ولنجزين الذين صبروا أجرهم بأحسن ما كانوا يعملون
صدق الله تعالى الكريم. What's the translation for that?
What is with you must vanish, what is with Allah will endure,
Um,
and we will certainly bestow on those who patiently persevere their reward according to the best of their actions.
Nothing is eternal except one. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Granted, Ya Sahib will Imdad. Shaykh Muhammad, from the bless him, from Shaykh Hisham, from Malana Shaykh Nazim, from Grand Shaykh, from whole awliya. Shaykh Nazim said, make your imagination as if you're in front of Kaaba Sharif, Rauda, and Rauda of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Whole awliya is there. Heavenly help comes. I was saying something to Jamil in the car. We said it before, but we'll remind ourselves of it. There was a hadith, Sayyidina Umar and Sayyidina Ali, rahimahullah, Karimullahu Wajha, radiallahu anhu. They went to Kaaba one day, and Sayyidina Umar said to Sayyidina Ali, if I didn't see Prophet kissing the black stone, I wouldn't have kissed it. Because we don't have idols in Islam to make an idol out of a material object. And Sayyidina Ali said to him, Oh, Omar, you didn't hear Prophet say that black stone will come alive one day and speak to whoever kissed it or touched it or came in front of it. And Sheikh Muhyiddin, Ibn Arabi, Allah bless him, was relating that hadith. He said he went one time to Kaaba Sharif, the place of Rabita, the place of Muraqabah. Grand Sheikh said that also. I've heard it many times from different people. Two places on earth for Muraqabah, Kaaba, and Rawda of Prophet. He said, I went there one time and he met the Fatah. You know what's the Fatah? We'll call him Musa Fatahu. In the old days of knights in shining armor, the knight used to have a squire. You know, the squire, the knight would hold his lance and his shield and his sword. Yeah. What was it for Don Quixote? Pancho, what was that name? Pancho. Don Quixote, Sheikh Nassim used to say. Don Quixote. You read Don Quixote in school? Tilting with windmills. This is the dragon. There's a windmill. Said, do you think Don Quixote going to Jahannam? Never, because he had high aspirations. He saw the windmill, he said, it's the dragon, I must slay the dragon. So the knight had a companion, a young companion who would help him carry his armor, his swords, and shields. And Sayyidina Musa, alayhi salam, when he was going to meet Sayyidina Khidr, peace be upon them, he had a fatah with him, a helper, someone to accompany him. And Ibn Arabi, Allah bless him, he met that fatah, they're called a fatah. He met that fatah while making tawaf at the Kaaba. And he said, oh, he was happy to meet him. He recognized who it was. And he said, we have an intimate conversation on spiritual subjects. You don't get that chance every day. And the fatah said to him, I can't. You won't understand anything I say. It won't make sense to you. You go back and you contemplate look deeply at the black stone. When it begins to speak to you, then we can talk. And Sheikh Muhyiddin, Allah bless him, he went to a place where he could see the black stone. He sat, he was contemplating it, doing muraqabah, watching it. Suddenly something came to him. He passed out. Like Musa. Sayyidina Musa said, oh my Lord, let me see you. He could speak with Allah, but he couldn't see him. Allah said, look at the mountain. If the mountain can take it, you can see me. And he sent his tajalli. Allah sent his tajalli on the mountain turned to powder, and Musa sa'iq. Sheikh Hashem used to say, like electrocuted. They say fainted. No, more than fainted, completely annihilated. Sheikh Muhyiddin had that happen to him. When he came back to himself again, the fatah was standing there. He said, you got it now? Now we can speak. And he began to say everything. He wrote his famous book, Futuhat Makkiyah, from that one moment. It took all his life to explain it. So we're after a kind of knowledge that comes to a heavenly, unveiling. Something we don't know. Books tell you about something you know. They can describe it. What awliya are trying to take us to, what Sheikh Nazim and Sheikh Hashem were trying to get us to, is something we don't know. A heavenly knowledge. Something has to intervene from outside to make us aware of it. We have to break through a barrier. We see four walls and the ceiling is trapped or stuck, blinded in this world. We need to get out from it. In other words, we don't know anything except Qila Qala. He said, they said. Sheikh Nazim, Allah bless him, he said Grand Sheikh never gave lessons in Quran or in fiqh or in tafsir, or all of it in his sahba. Take it naturally. He didn't spend time on those things. He was trying to get us to another level, another experience, to lose ourselves. He used the word mercy oceans. In his mercy oceans. In London, they're doing two or three groups of people are doing, trying to recall Sheikh Nazim's early days in the West. We did some books, Mercy Oceans books. He said from the beginning to try to lose ourselves in his ocean. His sohbah was to be immersed in that ocean. It's not a teaching circle. We're not sitting and teaching hadith and teaching fiqh and teaching tajweed or like that. It's to sit in a atmosphere to prepare our hearts for another level. When it should come, he knows. But to make ourselves familiar, to come to the seashore, to put our foot in the water a little bit. Yet we didn't drown ourselves in the ocean. It needs to come to the water to know something is there. We sit. One of the meanings of Shah Naqshband's famous saying, Tarikatuna al-Sahba wa khairu fi jamia. You come together, you begin to familiarize yourself with that ocean. Your heart becomes familiar with that. Not to be afraid later on when other levels might come. No one knows. No one knows until we step through that door to Akhirah. No one knows. We're asking to be on the way of those who died before they die. The Prophet said, you want to see someone who died before he died? Look at Sayyidina Abu Bakr. Abu Bakr is the fountainhead of this tariqat. Naqshbandi tariqat, quote from Prophet, Taniyat name, the second of two in the cave, coming to him, and then 4 grand sheikhs. Abu Bakr was someone, he went through that barrier. He passed through that barrier before passing from this life. And some awliya, according to what we heard, they passed through that barrier. And they're bringing knowledge from heavenly levels. And Sheikh Nazim, he was trying his best to encourage us. To go more. To give us himma. Ibn Arabi, Allah bless him, described Prophet Mumidul Himam, the one who gives the himma. Allah gives to Prophet and he's giving to his nation. The himma, for this, what we're talking now, the enthusiasm. The enthusiasm. To want to do. Do your zikr. I don't want to do zikr. No. To have the himma to do it. It needs a push. To be keen to do spiritual exercises, to make zikr, to make muraqabah, to read Quran, to do meditation, to do all those things. It needs himmah, enthusiasm, we call it that. And the Prophet is the comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the fountainhead for that, spreading to his ummah. So we're asking that himmah for our hearts to get up. Now, this is the last few days of Shaban, Muazzam, the month of Prophet ﷺ. Rajab, or Rajabah, the preeminent month of Allah. Shaban, the month of Prophet ﷺ, and Ramadan, the month of the Ummah. Rajab and Shaban for preparing. They used to say, for digging and cultivating the ground and planting the seeds and watering and pulling the weeds and doing. Ramadan, harvesting the garden and tasting and eating. We ask Allah to grant us a good harvest this year for everyone. Not everyone is a farmer. Some are farming and giving to people. We go to the market, we didn't grow those vegetables, someone did. We asked a spiritual harvest from what awliya they cultivated in these months. Grant us something. Grant us something. Sometimes coming sweet, sometimes bitter. A trial. One Murid went with his sheikh to the garden, and the sheikh picked a cucumber. Father used to say this story. He picked the cucumber, gave it to the Murid. He was expecting the Murid to put it in his pocket for later. It wasn't ripe yet. The Murid took it and ate it. It was bitter. Said, how you ate that? It was bitter. Said, oh my sheikh, I took so many sweet things from your hand, I was ashamed to say, no, one time you gave me something bitter. They give sometimes tests. Sometimes tests. We have to be patient. Our patience with the situation that we're in is a spiritual exercise, like what awliya did in their seclusions. They were patient. In their seclusions with heavy riyada, spiritual exercising, none of us can do like that. But we have to be patient with the things he gives us. This irritating thing, this annoying thing, we have to carry it. Hamlatul adad, to carry what's opposite to what we like. We carry it, it's for us a spiritual exercising, and we hope it will give fruits. Give fruits to our hearts. Be one day an opening for us. Get up. Give us hope. Astagfirullah billah. وهو الذي يرسل ريح بشرا بين يدي رحمته. He's the one that sends the wind out in front of the mercy rain. When it's going to rain, the mercy rain, you smell the rain coming. In the distance, Ramadan is coming. Ramadan coming this year, so heavy situation we're all in, but coming mercy. May Allah grant us to taste from that mercy, to reach our share during those days and nights. May Allah help us. May Allah help us to get up. Prepare ourselves. Sit sometime by yourself to be with Him. Sit as if you're sitting in front of Kaaba, in front of the Rawdah of Prophet. Sit with your Shaykh. Asking an unseen help. Almost I have seen them. I want to say something. Everyone has their level. We have our mind, we have our imaginations. We have what we're used to. Asking to go beyond what we're used to. The world of asking permission not to go so far out on a limb. The world of forms. We're habituated to the world of forms. You know the story of Uwais al-Qarni. We sing sometimes the Qasida for Uwais al-Qarni. Uwais al-Qarni. He was with Prophet without seeing him, without meeting him. When Prophet ﷺ veiled himself from this world, passed away, he had a juba. And he was sweating from his last illness until the whole juba was soaked with his holy perspiration. Before he passed, he said to Sayyidina Umar, Sayyidina Ali, when I go, take this juba, it's my amanat, my trust, give to Uwais al-Qarni. No one knows who's Uwais al-Qarni. It wasn't somebody who was coming around. Medina. Who is it? Prophet veiled himself. And Sayyidina Omar, Sayyidina Ali set off to try and find him. To make a long story short, they found him finally. They found, might be the guy you're looking for is sitting up there under the tree looking after his sheep. They came from behind. He was sitting looking at his sheep, and they came from behind him. Without turning around, he said, "Oh Omar, oh Ali, give me my amanah, my trust." How he knows it's Omar and Ali, how he knows that. They gave him the juba of Prophet. Boy's Carney put it over his face for a while. Then he said to Sayyidina Omar, "Ya Omar, how many times you saw Prophet?" Omar said, "What's that question?" So thousands of times. To describe him. As Allah said to Prophet, describe me, describe him. You can find books of description in Sirah, description of Prophet. He was this high, his beard was like that, his shape was like that, his turban was like that. He began to describe him, said, "No, you didn't see Prophet." No. He turned to Ali and said, "You?" He said, "I think I know what you mean to say." There was a famous time, there was going to be a fight between the two groups, between the believers and the unbelievers. And what they used to do, they'd send a champion from each group. We're talking about knights and squires and shining armor. They'd send one knight out from one side, and those two would fight, and maybe that would solve the battle. Very few people died in all Prophet's war. A few hundred of them. It wasn't like nowadays, millions of them. Not like now. And Sayyidina Ali was supposed to be the champion for the Muslims to go out. But he couldn't go out. He had something in his eyes. I don't know what disease. He couldn't see clearly. Prophet wouldn't let him go out until he put his holy saliva in Sayyidina Ali's eyes. And his vision came back. He said, "Now before you go out, hold me." And Prophet said, I hugged the Prophet. He said, "Oh Ali, look down." He said, "I looked down, I had a vision I never saw before like that. The Prophet's middle from his holy navel to his holy knees. Suddenly I saw down through 7 earths. I heard about 7 earths before, but I never saw it." Then he said, "Now look up from his holy navel to his holy chin. I saw through 7 heavens up to the arsh, where his head, holy head was. I don't know. Then he said, "Oh, Ali, now look at me all." I said, he said, "I saw nothing in existence except prophets." We only know, I say that story again and again to remind myself, we only know the world of forms. We're talking about Rabita. So see the Sheikh Nasir was saying, no, Grand Sheikh never called people to make Rabita to him, he said. Kaaba and Rauda, you're asking a formless, asking forgiveness. I'm going to go beyond my level. Who knows his level keeps his level, Sheikh Hashem used to say. Asking to reach a heavenly tajalli. That from what we know to what we don't know. I guess that's the best way I can put it. To reach what we don't know, which you can't find in books. The scholar came to Sheikh Nazim, he said, Kila Kala. He said, they said. What do you say? What do you say? He wants us to reach to reality. He's taking us to reality, not Kila Kala. That's Sheikh Nazim's specialty, Sheikh Hashem's specialty. Never calling people to himself, calling people to Kunu Rabbaniyin. Take from Allah, take from the unknown. May Allah grant us to get up. If I said anything wrong, may Allah forgive me and put the correct understanding in our minds and hearts. Bihurmat Habib, Bihurmat al-Fatiha. Sheikh Nahwu is sending salam to everybody to the US. He was very kind and gracious. Inshallah, we hope everything will come smooth. I mean, smooth. Sheikh Nasir said he was a big group. أشهد أن لا
إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله